Today, we're sitting down with Sok Appadu, Head of Corporate Immigration at Colman Coyle. We're discussing corporate immigration in the UK, including there's been a big update that just went to effect this past summer, or I guess I shouldn't say summer, I should say the summer months in Europe. So I think in July, because there may be people coming from the Southern Hemisphere, that it was their winter. So I'm really happy to have you here today. So if you would like to please introduce yourself first, Hans.
Thank you, Jennifer. Like you said, my name is Sok Appadu. I'm the head of the corporate immigration team at Colman Coyle. Yes, been a long journey about myself. So originally from Mauritius, being a migrant myself, I know how important it is for immigration. Certainly, when you migrate from another country to the UK. So, but yeah, it's been exciting. It's a roller coaster in terms of over the years, in terms of helping clients, individuals, companies in the UK. But it has been challenging as well because immigration, it keeps changing. So it's not something that will stay intact for a while. And right now there's a huge focus on immigration in the UK right now, as you can see in the news.
Absolutely. Now, I, as an American living in London, personally know people who want to listen to this conversation because they are looking towards Europe, I think. But who else do you think would be interested in listening to these conversations? Like you said, you represent both individuals and companies, right?
Correct. I think this conversation will be beneficial for individuals as well as companies. Yeah, corporate, corporate entities, individuals who wants to come to the UK to migrate, and like you said yourself, from the US. And recently I've seen because there's so much uncertainty out there as well. There's loads of people looking to migrate to the UK. And they're exploring the potential routes. I've seen US companies trying to bringing employees to a UK entity as well. So there's a huge demand as well. And I think individuals and corporate will be beneficial to listen to our conversation today.
Okay, and do you specialize in helping people from certain countries?
No, I will say I will help anyone who is looking to migrate to the UK. That's my specialty. So we can explore depending on the individual circumstances. We can always explore the potential routes that they have to come and live and work in the UK.
Okay, great. And just because we're talking about the UK, centering on that, let's kick off with what is the state of of immigration right now. We are recording on September 18th because this is it is an inherently political issue, even though it's a humanitarian issue as well in people's lives. But I figured we'd timestamp the recording in case things change. So what is the state of immigration in the UK right now?
I think you need to appreciate that the UK continues to be a global hub for business, yeah, and for business who wants to for innovation and for education as well. Many people wants to have a better future. Ultimately, be it a individual or a corporate person, because people are migrating. Migrating means you're moving. You're moving everything. Your asset. You're moving your life. Your asset, your finance to the UK. So it's a very, very big decision. And right now, because there is a big talk in the UK right now about immigration because of what's happening in France, and people trying to come to the UK to claim asylum. But that's a different things. Yeah. Here, what we're talking about individual trying to explore good ways of migrating to the UK for a better future and for long term. And some companies, they want to expand, they want to grow, and they want to have the best candidate, the best employees to be in the UK. And in order to do that, they will have to have the proper process in place to be able to migrate these employees to the UK. So that's crucial, and it's very important to understand how it works. Over the years, I've been able to assist fintech, life science, and companies dealing in renewable energy as well. And as many US citizens as well, they do come to the UK to study in the world class university that we have here. So there's many ways. There's many ways or many options to consider.
Mhm. Are there particularly in-demand skills in the UK right now that companies are looking to hire in the broadest pool of talent they can?
Yeah, I think after you see everybody's talking about AI. There's a big boom about people okay, how they're going to use AI and stuff like that. So many companies are looking for programmers, analysts. So the fintech, and the and companies in IT sector, there has been a surge of recruitment. So they're recruiting massively in that sector because they believe they need to go. Many companies want to go a step ahead.
Fantastic, and that makes sense. Everyone everywhere is trying to figure out this AI. So I think really broadening your consideration of who would be the right person for your company, that is a great thing to have that privilege to be able to say, we're just going to hire the best people in the world and bring them to the quality of life here in the UK. So in July 2025, so 2 months ago to the day, pretty much, there were some updates to the UK law.
Yeah.
Can you outline them for us?
I think in July 22nd of July 2025, there was a major, I think overhaul in the UK in terms of immigration, because where the skilled worker rule itself, I won't say was attacked, but was many changes happen. For example, there's a salary requirement that, for example, if a company wants to employ a skilled worker to work for that company, there's a minimum salary that they need to pay according to the SOC code, to the code, to the job role. It has been increased to 41,700. And as you know, not many companies will be able to afford that kind of salary, and it goes higher according to the role. For example, if you want to recruit a human resource person, or you want to hire a director for a company, it's much higher compared to before. So and they have removed loads of jobs, and now you need to hire people to have skilled worker jobs in terms of RQF level 6 or more. And the problem we have as well is there is a list which has been made called temporary list, and then there is this immigration salary list as well, which is before it was shortage list. So there has been a I won't say crackdown, but they have made it a bit more difficult for companies in terms of they're just trying to I believe what the UK wants is they want to have to people to get recruited inside the UK, within the UK. I think this is something which is fair, but they need to understand as well that we do have talent outside the UK, and when the talents come to the UK, it builds it makes life much easier for the country, for the company. So we need to have the right balance there, and I think now we are September, 2 months. We can still see that some small medium enterprise, they're struggling to recruit from abroad because they can't afford to pay that level of salary. But companies that are expanding, companies that are looking to expand, they are recruiting heavily. I can assure you that. There was talk as well that they wanted to increase, because a skilled worker, when he's in the UK for 5 years, they're eligible to apply for indefinite to remain. So there has been talk that they want to extend that to 10 years. So, and only a few weeks ago, this was debated in the parliament. So this is to be confirmed what will happen there. But many people are worried, okay, because people want to get settlement as soon as possible. So If this goes to 10 years, I believe this will be a killer for the country, for the government as well, because many people will say, okay, why do they need to go and spend 10 years in the UK and get settlement? So many people will explore elsewhere as well, in Europe, because I can confirm that after Brexit, so in 2020 we have many European, mainly French national who left the country, who left the UK, and many of them had good jobs, in key sectors. So July 2025, from my personal opinion, was a bit like changes many things when it comes to corporate business immigration in terms of hiring talents from outside the UK.
Mhm. That's interesting because, like, it's clear we know that the NHS is understaffed, but that salary is higher than most nurses make. So it's hard to recruit nurses.
It's important for me to stress here one more change, which I didn't raise that because it's in the United Kingdom right now we have loads. It's an aging population as well, and you will know that in the UK we have loads the healthcare sector. So we have care homes. We have care homes employing carers and we have any other kind of jobs. Nurses is different because it's a skill job, but like carers, in the UK we're not allowed to recruit a carer from abroad now, so they have removed that, they have stopped that. So senior carers are not, although we need that here, we need that in the UK. I can tell you that for sure, because I represent loads of care homes in the UK for their immigration matters, and they need people. They need people. They are struggling with workers, with carers, but the UK has removed. So nobody is allowed to recruit carers or senior carers from abroad. So that has stopped from July. Unless you're here already inside UK, you can extend your visa. But newcomers for carers not allowed. But nurses, yes. Other category of medical practitioners, they allowed. So that's not an issue. But yeah, but still the going rate is quite high. Like I said to you, I believe they're doing that just to make sure that we companies try to recruit inside the UK, because there's loads every year. We have loads of graduates from the university graduating from the UK, and many of them are local students. So maybe the Labour government's thinking ahead, but time will tell. I think 2 months after these changes is to be seen what will happen.
Okay. What is the process if someone finds a candidate on LinkedIn or wherever and they want to recruit that person? What is the process now if they've hit the threshold financial?
I think first of all, it's very important to understand and to ensure that the company that is going to recruit the employee, they have a sponsorship license. So that's the main things. So they need to make sure that they have a license in place, and to be able to assign a certificate of sponsorship, which we call a COS. So if the candidate is from abroad, they will need to apply for a defined COS. So let's say they have a job offer in place. They know that they meet the salary requirement. They're ready to employ that person with a start date within the next 3 months. So the company will be able, if they have a license, they'll be able to assign a COS, to apply for a COS, for a defined COS, and then to assign the COS to that candidate to be able to come to the UK to work. But if the company does not have a sponsorship license, then they can apply for the license. And there's a process for that. There's steps by steps where I can help always to do that. But it's very important to get it right, because if you don't get it right, or if get refused, there's a cooling off period depending on the reasons for refusal. You will not be able to apply again straight away. And if a company really needs someone to come to fill a role, so it's very important to get it right. There's many firms that will assist with a sponsorship license, but you need to be able to know that you're going to the right firm to be able to do that. Because if you get a refusal, like I said, it can be problematic for the company, that they will not be able to apply straight away for a fresh application. So the main things, like if a candidate is from outside, a US national being hired by a UK company, needs to ensure that the UK company has a license to be able to assign a certificate of sponsorship to that person.
Okay, and how much time does this license take? Does setting up, because it could be a company trying to move into the UK market, a business setting up a business entity, it could be license. How much time does that all take?
I think, like, for 5 working days from a solicitor's point of view, if, for example, my client gives me a company gives me all the document, because, I will always send a document checklist to the companies, whoever's representing the companies, to be able to collate all the documents for me. 5 working days, I should be able to submit an application. Of course, we are not allowed to submit the application, but we assist the company. So the company will be able to have a virtual call with me to be able to help them to submit the application. But I'll guide them from A to Z without any problem. And we can opt for a priority service, but you need to pay more. There's an optional fee that you pay to the Home Office to get a decision within 10 working days. So within 10 working days, we should have a decision with a sponsorship license. And if the candidate is coming from abroad, then we need to apply for defined COS. But within 1 or 2 free working days, we should have a defined COS given to the company. But we need to provide evidence that we really need that defined COS because there's a demand here in the UK. I've never some people you will see on blogs that companies, they say that, oh, we have been asked to provide evidence, but every time that I've applied for defined COS for my client, I've never had any issues. So as long as you know what you're doing, and that's the process. And if the candidate wants to opt for a priority service, they can opt for 5 working days priority service as well. So yes, within a month we should have a candidate in the UK on a skilled worker.
Oh wow, that's
Yep.
much quicker.
Yep.
And it also seems like the company is based here, that they know that they can't hire that person somewhere else if they're recruiting abroad. They know it obviously costs more money, so it seems like there's some sort of trust, so it's not as disputed. So since this is inherently a situation, and to our Global Network, dealing with borders, are you collaborating with other law firms that maybe are representing the client in another country? How does that work?
I think, like, for example, myself, I've been working, I do get inquiries for people, people coming in the UK and people going out of the UK. And some people are looking at options in Dubai, some people are looking at options in the US. So what I do is, I'll do, as a solicitor, I will have a network, a pool of solicitors that I will, I trust that they will do a good work, and I will always refer the job there. But I will not myself. I practice in England and Wales, so I will not be advising people who is going to go to the US or going to Dubai. But I will try to introduce or refer them to someone I've worked with in the past. Yeah.
So much, Hans. If people want to get in touch with you to learn more, what's the best way?
I think, for me, the best things to contact me, on my email address, it's hans.sok@colmancoyle.com, or they can contact me on my LinkedIn, my LinkedIn profile. And but the best things is, to email me, to send me an email if they want to have a complimentary chat with me about options that they would like to consider, and then I'll be more than happy to help.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Hans.